Hello my crafty friends, and welcome to another video by yours truly. If you like my channel, please subscribe below, and if you like it, that would be also fine. Just hit the like button, and also if you can copy and paste onto your other YouTube or other channels, Facebook channels or Facebook clubs that you might be in, if you copy and paste the link for my videos, that would be absolutely marvelous. Thank you so much for doing that, and thank you for your company. So what am I doing today? A man's card, and this is it. And I thought, you know, there's always a call for inspiration to do men's cards, and I had this box and I thought, yes, let's do a male card. And again, this one, which is exactly from the same kit, which I'll explain in a minute, can be used as a retirement card, as indeed that one, I suppose. But you know, birthdays, anniversaries, what have you, you know, you've got a couple ideas there to use, and they've all come from the Papercraft Society Box 40, which was designed by Sheena Douglas. And you get project books, cards, the stamps, and a rainbow thingy to do your inks. But I used distress inks, which I will explain. So anyway, so we need that. We will need a waterproof ink pad, so I have got my VersaFines here. I have got a white gel pen. I have got an aqua marker, which is a water-based brush marker, a water pen brush marker, and I have got a palette with some distress inks, which I've already used, and I've got a brush, and I will and I think that's basically it. So we put all this away for the time being, because we don't need that for a while. Get our piece of white card, put these to one side, put that to one side, and we will get in our card. Now we will need a moon mask, so let's get a nice so I'm just peeling off. I've just punched some fresh moon masks, sun masks. Right, and so that's obviously going to be the top of my card up there. The C is going to be down here. So where the sun obviously is going to be the sky. So I will show you how I did. You don't need an awful lot of ink in this. I say I've used distress inks, and I've used tumbled glass, and if I just put, you just need, that's all you need, don't need any more than that. And I'm just going to get a wad of tissue, because you want a fairly dryish, damp, well, you don't want it too wet. So, and then just spritz the water, so it's, we dilute it a little bit, and then just dampen off the brush, and then starting from the top, just bring, sorry, just knocked you. Oh. Just bring your brush down about halfway, and then we just do it a little bit more, but not too much, just to make it a little bit darker, and then just dampen off the brush, and just a little bit more on the sky, just to give that a little bit, and just bring that down. And I think that is enough for that. So I'm just going to give my brush a clean, damp, and then I'm just going to peel off my mask, take that off. There we go. I'm not too bothered about that little bit, we can sort that. And then for the C, just bring it up from the bottom. And again, it will get lighter as you go up, which is what we were aiming for. So it'll be lightest in the middle. So really work. And if you feel, well, I'm going to leave that because that bit there I'm going to use to my advantage, because I want that as a reflection in the sky of the sun. So I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to put that to one side, and I'm going to give this a quick blast to dry it. So that's basically it. So all you do for the sky, you just go from the top down towards the middle. For the sea, you come up from the bottom towards the middle, and then, as chance would have it, that's the flute, I've got a nice reflection going on here. So I'm hoping that will be okay. So what I want to do is take out a bit more of the colour that I've got here. So what we do there is dampen our brush, and I'm just using the very tip, just bring it down and just dampen the card again, and just lift off the colour, and just keep repeating that until you're happy with what you've got left, or not, as the case may be. So, and this is the nice thing using distress inks, because it will keep lifting off the colour. So I'm just going to get some clean ones, I think. And again, just lift off the colour. There we go. And then I'm quite happy with that. I think that's quite nice. So I'm just going to leave that as it is, get rid of all that. And then we go in with our gel pen and just do some white lines where we got the sun beating down on this nice, gentle, tranquil sea. So just a few lines just like that. And of course, every time you do this, it's going to turn out different, so which is quite nice. So there we go. That's what we've got at the moment. Got a nice little scene going on there. So what we need to do now is put in our little lighthouse and stamp that in. So we need a stamping block. Let's get a, is that going to be big enough? Yes. So we get our stamp and we place it onto our Oh, that's the tree one. Don't want that. Do. We have trees floating in the middle of the sea. Don't want that, do we? So get our lighthouse, get the right one this time. And then we put that on our block. There we go. And then we get the VersaFine Onyx Black. And again, as we've done before, light tapping all over the stamp. Now, what I'm going to say here, you're going to say, oh, some blue is going to be in amongst the rocks and that. Well, we're going to have a way of dealing with that. So I have thought about that. So I will deal with that, and I will show you how. But what I am going to do is take off this line at the top, which is the horizon, because I have got my own, so I don't need it. So just take that white out. There we go. And then we can, and as I said before, we can hover. Because it's a clear stamp, we can hover and we can place our stamp wherever we want it. So I'm going to say, roughly, I'm going to have it about there. So, and down it goes. And keep one hand, and press all over. Actually, I don't know. Should do that, but hopefully I've got away with it. And then voila, there we go. Right, so as you all know me by now, clean stamp and put it away. And then we will get a bit of tissue, clean our stamp. And put that away. And what we will do is, in this set also, you've got a set of birds. So obviously we've got to take advantage of that and get a little block. Put the birds on, and again we're going to use the VersaFine and making sure they are the right way up. We're going to stamp them, and if you want another one further up, you can do so, and they will be further in the distance. So there you go. And we can give that a little clean. Now, what we need here is put these back, put the carrier sheet back on, like that, put these back up there. And here we've got more or less our finish. But what I want to do now is kind of bring the cliffs out a bit more. So I'm going to go from charcoal to, actually I'm going to go from chocolate to grey. I'm going to go for grey this time. And I'm just going to get my little, there we go. Bring that back in, and I've got my little waterproof blogging mats. not working. Right, so I'm gonna have to make do with this. So a little bit of color down on there. You don't need a vast amount. And again, get your watercolor brush, here it is, and just gently pick up a little. Now the secret here is go in gently, because you can always add more color if you need to. So I always err on the side of caution, and then if I wanted to make it a bit darker, I can always go in and add some more. So I just wanted to make the cliffs a little less blue and more grey. Now there we go. So we can do that. That's a bit better, isn't it? So it just brings out these cliffs a little bit more. So we don't want, and it just makes it more distinct from the sky and the sea. So you've got that distinction between the two, which is obviously what we want. So we just, and you know, it's this is your project. You know, you can go as dark or as light as you want with it. I'm only doing it because it's covering up the blue that I obviously used for the sky. And also you can bleach it out as we did down here if you wanted to. That's absolutely fine, because don't forget we did use a waterproof ink pad on this. So but I think that is, at the moment, that's absolutely fine. It's just now giving some definition to the cliffs, and that's all I needed really. I didn't want them staying obviously blue, so by just doing that, it has given them, there we go. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to leave that exactly as it is. I'm not going to bother with any more on that. Put the charcoal pen away, and then we'll give that a quick clean. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is basically it. That is your card done. And obviously I just matted and layered it onto card. Oh yeah, one more thing. Should we put a boat in? We've got a boat in. We've got a boat in this, a little fishing trawler. Oh no. Yeah, let's put these fishing trawler in. And you know, so let's get a bit of a better ink. There we go. And let's get our fishing trawler in. And then we can put him right up there. There we go. Oh, cool. That sets it off, doesn't it? Right. So we've got that. Now you can see why I took that line out, because it's given me a bit more flexibility. And you can, it's what it's also done, it's given the illusion that the sea's gone beyond here. So even though we've got the sky, you can't see the join between the sea and the sky. So by putting the trawler or the ship or the boat in that area, it's kind of giving it a bit more depth to your project. So what I am going to do now is probably completely mess this up, put that back onto its, excuse me. Now I'm just going to try this. I haven't used this one yet. And do I want... Yes, I do. And I'll tell you for why, because I'm going to show you a little trick here. Because of the way the stamp's been designed and drawn, it looks as though so I'm going to purposely bring this so I haven't got the edge bit on the, and down it goes. So I've got a seagull down in the bottom corner. There you go. And what I'm going to do now, I think possibly, is, do I want to, if I've got one handy, no, I'm not gonna, yeah, we could give it a little bit of a colour just to, I think it's going to be too dark. So I'm just going to go in with the slate, which is a, and again I've used a waterproof ink pad, so, and I'm just going to give him and then using the just around like that, and then let's just give this a bit of colour, and it's a hint of that it has got some don't need too much just to make it look so it's a no bit of wood that he sat on, and bring those down like that. Cool. So that's all I've done, and that is your mail card completed. Get rid of that, and then all I've done, oops, sorry, all I've done is just matte and layered that onto piece of card, and then that has gone onto like that. So by using that one stamp set, we've got two slightly different looks, and obviously I've gone a bit darker on that with the sea in the sky, or the sea, but exactly the same. And then by putting the boat up there, we've given it a different kind of perspective as opposed to this one. And this one, which is exactly the same stamp kit, so all I've done is used a greens going from the bottom up to roughly the middle, again the blues going down to the middle, and then I've stamped the tree stamp using a permanent ink pad, brown obviously on this occasion, so I've stamped that in brown, and then I've bleached out where the sky would have been. So I've bleached the ink out that we've already done and discussed, so you know how to do that now. And then I've just gone in with a grey and just or a brown, so just to give those hills a distinction between, you know, the sky and the sea, because obviously we needed that. And then these daisies or flower heads I've just stamped at the bottom again, because that gives it a bit of depth and perspective to your piece of work. And that is all taken from Sheena Douglas, Papercraft Society Box 40. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and copy and paste onto your own social media platforms. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Thank you. Until next time. Bye bye.